Hey guys, so as you can read by the title, this video is going to be all about tea, and specifically loose leaf tea. But I'm making this video more so, I guess, for myself than for you guys. I want your help. I need your help. I just started getting into this, and not until, like, I'd say maybe about a month I've been experimenting with this, but up until then, literally I was going to Starbucks every day and getting a iced green tea, and I just became obsessed with it. It just became like a staple, and I needed it every single day. I absolutely love it. I ended up actually deciding to just buy a tin of it to save me a trip there every day. And their green tea is the Tazo Zen, and it is loose leaf, but it technically is in a tea bag. Comes in this little thing here, so you can see they are broken up leaves, but it's essentially just a little tea bag. But it's different than versus like a Lipton iced tea bag where it's kind of all packed in. So the crazy thing is, back around Christmas time of last year, I was walking through the mall and they just put in a Teavana in my mall, which I had seen in other malls out places, but I really didn't know too much about it. And being that I'm not a tea connoisseur, I didn't really know anything about it. So I went in there, I dropped a lot of money, and I got a quick, brief education from some of the tea masters in there. And so I wanted to just show you the things that I got. And the reason I'm doing this now is because, like I said, I bought this back around Christmas time, and I made a few cups here and there, but I don't know, I kind of forgot that I had this. I just got away from it, and then after my obsession with the green tea, I remembered that I had all this stuff, so I kind of broke it out again and just started playing around. But now that I'm like into it, I just feel like I need to know more. I don't know really the differences between green tea, white tea, black tea, mate tea. I don't know. I don't know the differences. I have like the booklet. I've read some of the benefits. The nice thing is I know a lot of them have very low levels of caffeine, which is great. But I bought 2 products to kind of make the tea, and then I wanted to just show you the kinds of tea that I have in hopes that you guys can maybe recommend me your favorites or maybe different products that I need to get and things like that, because I could definitely see this becoming like a big part of my daily life, like having tea every day. And now that it's the summer, I've really been enjoying making different concoctions and mixing them and having iced teas. So I'll start with the actual tea that I got. So like I said, I got this at Christmas time, so I don't know if they have this still in the store or if this was like a holiday thing. But I got this Balance and Harmony tea collection, and it just comes in this nice box. And inside you get 4 packets of loose leaf tea, and then you get to pick, I got to pick 4 different teas to fill in these little cans. So the ones that the actual kit came with were this one, which I'm kind of going to try to pronounce. It's a chai tea. It's a white chai tea. China Oolong Monkey Picked Oolong Tea. Flavored Green Peachberry Jasmine Sutra. I love this one. This is one of my favorites. And Blended Tea, which is Body and Mind. And I usually have this one in the mornings. There are a lot of like fruity teas that I like for having like throughout the day and the afternoon, and then there are like the bedtime or like first thing in the morning teas that I like to have. So basically, if you've never seen what loose leaf tea looks like, because I hadn't up until a short time ago, it's just that. It just looks like loose particles, all different things, fruits, mint, leaves, all different kinds of fun stuff. This is the Peachberry Jasmine, almost gone. So those are the little packets, and the nice thing is about Teavana is on the back they have all the directions, and even on the cans that you get, they kind of print off the directions for that specific tea that you get. And then there's also directions on the back, so it tells you basically whatever the type of tea it is, how long you're supposed to steep it for, what the temperature should be, and how much of it actually goes into it. So I really like that because, like I said, for me, who knows absolutely nothing about this, it's helpful, because otherwise I think I would just like put a whole bunch in and steep it and just, I don't even know, probably mess it up. The 4 that I got in the tins were Opus Rouge, which is a rooibos tea, and this is also one of my very favorites. Get the lid off. Smells so good. It's like a berry, kind of like a wine sangria color and flavor. Strawberry lemonade. I've been going through this like wild with the summertime. It's just that. Lemon, strawberries, raspberries. Samurai Chai Mate. I don't even know if I'm saying that correctly. And Citrus Lavender Sage. This is a beautiful tea. Smells heavenly. So good. That's what that looks like. So in this store, they normally have like little samples that you can get when you're walking by, and they're usually always brewing a mix of the Opus Rouge and the Citrus Lavender Sage, which is the one I got, and I've been enjoying mixing those and having them as an iced tea. I can't really imagine drinking such fruity, citrusy teas hot. I don't know if it's just me, but I like those iced. The strawberry lemonade I really only like iced, and then the Samurai Chai Mate and the white chai, these two are nice blended together for a hot tea, and they've also had this one in store a couple times, which is why I picked those. So those are the teas that I have, so hopefully that will give you kind of an idea as to my type of teas that I like. So your recommendations are welcomed and begged for, because I really want to get some more. I have like a little wish list going. I went on the Teavana website. There's like a chocolatey salted caramel. There is a raspberry pomegranate. Like, I like the fruity teas for iced and like the more herbally teas in the mornings, but I think if I had to choose, I'd prefer the fruity teas over the herbal teas. I'm a big fan of green tea, just like plain green tea. So I really like the Zen from Starbucks. I know that Teavana makes a lot of different flavored fruity green teas, so that's why I'm kind of reaching out to you guys to ask what you recommend. So as far as brewing the teas, I ended up buying one of these cast iron teapots, tea kettles, which is really cool because prior to my tea discovery, I had never brewed teas loose. I've never had to brew loose leaf tea. I've just kind of put tea bags in boiling water and just let it steep. So with this, it's just your typical teapot, and you fill it up with water, and then you put your loose leaf in this little strainer, and you put it in, you let it steep, and you cover it up. I do like this, but my complaints with it is, one, I can't tell what the temperature of the water is, and I honestly don't know if that makes such a difference with how your tea tastes. I just wait for it to kind of boil, and then I steep it for like 5 minutes or whatever the directions on the back is, and then I'm good to go. But the reason I don't like this is, one, it becomes extremely hot. I mean, it's cast iron, so obviously, but for me to like take a thermometer out and test the water, it's just so hot, and then there's no way for me to actually see when it's boiling. A lot of like tea kettles like make a sound when you know they're boiling, or make a whistle. This kind of just like ruptures and the water just kind of starts overflowing. So I don't love this for making tea. So if you guys have a recommendation on maybe, I've seen like those high-tech tea makers where you set your temperature and you set your tea and everything just does it on its own. I don't need like a high-tech thing. I just need something a little bit simpler to brew like hot tea, to know kind of when I'm supposed to put the tea in and what temperature, and I don't know. So if you guys have a different recommendation alternative, that would be great. Now for making iced tea, I love this. This is the Perfect Tea Maker. I forget the name of this, but I'll put links to it in the description box. In this right now, I have a mix of the Opus Rouge and the Citrus Lavender Sage. Basically what you do, this is 24 ounces. Top spins off. What I do is I put a little bit of sugar at the bottom. I usually use raw sugar. I haven't bought the rock sugar from Teavana. I know they sell some. So if you guys are a fan of that too, let me know if it's worth getting or if I should just stick to using my like raw sugar. So I put a little bit of that, and then I boil water, and I pour the boiling water and I mix it so that the sugar dissolves, and then I fill up this thing with my tea leaves, and then this screws onto your lid. And then once you put your boiling water in here, you kind of just put this in and let it steep for however long you need to. And then once it steeps, you just take this off, twist this off. It's wet because I just washed it. And then put your lid back on, and you have this for your refrigerator. So I keep this in the refrigerator, but if you, like, I have made it kind of on the fly where I've had people over and I wanted to make this. What I do is after I steep it, I take it out, and then I will use a different kind of pitcher. I won't use this pitcher because normally I need something a little bit bigger. I'll fill a pitcher with ice, and then I'll pour this over that because it's going to be obviously really hot from when I boiled it. And then I'll fill like tumblers or glasses or mason jars with ice and then pour it over that, so it cools down really quickly and it becomes like a traditional iced tea. Otherwise, you just kind of have to, like for me, when I'm at home during the week, I just put this in the fridge once I'm done making it, and then it just kind of cools down, and I put it over ice when I want to have some. So I really like this, and like I said, for me and for my husband, for the two of us to just drink iced tea during the week, this is a perfect size, and I really enjoy this. But I'm more so looking for your recommendations on something to brew hot tea in. A more simpler, like dummy version of a hot teapot, because I just, like, this does the job, but like I said, I don't know if it makes a difference if I'm, you know, not using the right temperature. For me, I just, like I said, wait for it to boil. And it's so funny because all of these, like there's 175 degrees, 195, 208 degrees, like, I just want to know, like, does that really make a difference in how it tastes? I don't know. I kind of assume, like, tea is like wine in the sense that there's, like, all different flavors and notes and colors and temperatures and different ways, different containers to put wine in. I kind of feel like tea is the same thing. So that's kind of my little overview of what I have. I feel like I'm a tea virgin. Like, I don't know much about it. I just kind of know what tastes good, the flavors that I like, and simply how to make it. But I'm looking for your help and your recommendations as far as different flavors, different brands. I'm not like solely set on Teavana. Like, I just know the only place that I know of that does loose leaf tea is Teavana. So if you guys have different companies that I should try, products, things like that, I am asking for your help. So I hope that you guys enjoyed this video somewhat. I would love any information that you can give me. Thank you for watching, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye!